Hi. Well, I'm going to show you today what I've been working with for ages, and it's like a granny square, only it's a hexagon. It's 6 rather than 4. I'm working in cotton. It's a bit weird because the label didn't quite, it got stuck on the middle. That'll come off in the wash. Anyway, so you do 6 in the middle instead of 4 like a normal granny square. This is a granny hexagon. Right, so you do 6 instead of 4. So you do magic ring or whatever in the middle, or you do 5 chains. Normally I do 5 chains when I'm doing the granny square. When I'm doing the hexagon, I do 6, just that bit bigger. And you can see it wouldn't matter. I could do it smaller and smaller again, even probably 3, 4, 5. Anyway, I put 6 on it. I went round. I did a cluster of trebles with 3 chain, 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 cluster of trebles with chain. Number 6, 3 chains, join it up to the original one. Bob's your uncle. Off you go the next time. So just do 3 chains and call that a treble and just continue on. So the second time you go around, you've got 6 holes that are going to be 6 rows as you go around. And each one of those has the double, because that's a corner and that's a corner. Even though it's 6-sided, I'm still calling them corners. There's 6 corners on the first one, 6 corners on the next one. So you do a set of cluster of trebles. 3 trebles is a cluster with 3 chain, 3 trebles, another cluster. Then you go on to your next hole of 6 in your original one, and you do the same. You do a cluster that include 3 trebles, and then you do the 3 chain and go again in the same hole for a corner, 6-sided corners, a cluster of 3 trebles in that same one. And with that 3 chain, it gives it the new corner. So each corner now, instead of carrying only 1, is now carrying 2. So we have 2 all the way around by 6. We have 12 of them now, all in their little doubles. And you'll see a little point, a nice point. And that's going to be the end of your row. It's going to turn into rows. The next one's going to have 3. Just do the normal one in the middle there. I'm going to get it to a pointy bit, one of the 6 pointy bits, double, into 3 chain. That's when you do your double cluster. So you do the 3 cluster of 3 trebles with 3 chains and a cluster of 3 trebles in the same hole, the pointy bit. Each of those 3 chains that connects the doubles that go into the same hole all have. I know I'm speaking to whoever doesn't know. If you've never done it before, you have to get right back to basics. It's really repetitive. Once you've done that inner one and you do 6, just make sure you do 2 with the 3 chain in each of the 6 corners that will turn into big long rows. Big long rows. Where is it? Here. So by the time you get to this stage, sorry I took so long to get to the next phase. By the time you get to this stage, it no longer sits flat. So there's your 6. Your doubles in each one. See how the holes go boop, 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 up in rows. And there you go. There's your edgy bits now. Always 2 in each corner with the triple. Each time you don't have to do any. Don't have to do any in between any of these. You can do 1. Depends how loose or tight you want it to be. You could do 2 or 3 if you really wanted to. Whoa, we're getting out there. But you always do 3 in the corner. That's what gives it that pointy, edgy bit. And you always keep that square. Even though it's not a square. No, it's a kind of a square. That's the square there. That's another one there. That's another one there. There's another one, so there's 6. And then when you flip it over, don't be despaired if you get that shape. Just take it one, just flip it around. There's your half, there's your corner. There's your underarm corner that you can then have that as a cardigan. Put another one together with that, join it up as a jumper, put them together as a jumper, do funny patterns down the front and over the back, make it longer here, extend the sleeve if you want. This one's already got up to the next colour. It's got a nice grey. I'll finish it off with that grey because I'm going to sew that together there, but I'm actually going to crochet it together. There's another way of doing a whole line of this and joining it onto that at the same time. So when I do that outer dark grey, I'll be joining that together. And that's how my cardigans all starts from that 6-sided, a granny hexagram rather than a granny square.